Welcome, Libra. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Scorpio reading. The new moon is on the 1st of November. And the ruler of Scorpio is Pluto moving into Aquarius after a couple of decades for the next 2 decades. So this is a particularly intense month where we will be experiencing breakthroughs for you, Libra, particularly in your area of possessions and values, the things that are meaningful to you. So, if you're interested in a personal reading, because these readings are general, information in the description box below features a half-off sale on readings that I offer, and I've clarified the sale price. Holiday season is upcoming, so this might be appropriate for a gift. If it's something you're interested in, please take advantage of this opportunity. So I appreciate you being here and all the support that you give to me. So let's get started, Libra, with your overall energy, the Six of Pentacles. This is so characteristic of you, Libra. Sixes, balance, the center of the tree of life. You are always looking to the way that you are connected to others and bringing balance, harmony, and equity in every situation. There's a particular focus with this new moon energy on all exchanges of energy. And this is an area you've been working in for your own personal healing for a while. You're understanding better the way in which, because of your skill level, you often become a provider, a facilitator, a mediator for others, perhaps one entrusted to distribute resources in a way that is equitable, fair, or just. But you're also learning that in order for relationships to be productive, it must be based on agreements, and those agreements must be clear. They must be spoken. You must claim your expectation and what you're willing to do for that. All members of the party must be clear about what it is they expect to get and to be willing and able to negotiate. Because this is a skill set of yours, it's something you automatically, sometimes unconsciously, do for others. And you're now realizing how that actually does not provide the assistance that you intend to be giving. So you are more focused on allowing yourself to be appreciated, to be valued, to be cared for, to be recognized in your exchanges for the effort that you give. This is also part of a protection for you so that you don't resent doing all the work or doing more than your shared work, and that in some ways sabotaging perhaps the relationship, certainly sabotaging or spoiling your benefits from a contract that is not clearly agreed to or upheld. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, the way in which you are seen by others, the Six of Swords. This is also a theme, checking my microphone. This is also a theme that you may be experiencing for a while. Someplace where you currently work, or some community position you hold, even a position within a family or team structure, has not been sufficiently clear about the value that you bring, or you feel somehow prevented from contributing to the progress of this effort. Perhaps you don't feel seen or heard, or the environment is chaotic. Whatever the reason, you realize that you must move on, that you're not going to be able to participate in a productive way here, and that is a deal breaker for you. That is the point of your effort, and you are identifying just leaving the room, just moving on to someplace else, in part to gain some peace, but also to gain some acceptance about why the situation was the way it was, why it was so difficult to be able to uh, engage in an open minded way with others towards building or creating something. There is something here about your accepting some aspect of who you are, perhaps that makes your needs unique in the situation. And so you are moving, identifying some place where you can go to find answers or relief. In the first house, the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful. This is telling me everything that you're doing, no matter how it appears to others, and your moving on may appear to others to be harsh, to be cold, but in fact, this is coming because you are grappling with your own value, coming to a deeper appreciation about who you are and what you have to offer, and its value, its significance to you. If that isn't appreciated, you understand that you must seek that. You must, for beginners, care about yourself, claim what it is you want to yourself as a beginning. And this has been part of your own journey of self improvement, of improving your environment, of being more productive and more efficient, working from a place of love so that you receive that recognition, that support, that care, that attention from others. This is an open-hearted approach that you're taking towards this journey, towards all of your relationships. They're all being scrutinized through the same lens, through the lens of equity, reciprocity, and clarity of intention and agreement. In the fourth house of your home, your family, this can also be your roots, your foundation. The King of Swords indicates your open-mindedness to uh, challenging what you believe to be true, and being in a position of seeing things more clearly from your own perspective, not always deflecting or accommodating the needs or experience of others, but looking from your own experience of reality. You're more open to being curious without an assumption about what is right or what is just or fair, but you're pursuing your truth. You're pursuing what is just, what is equitable for you and for others. And in that way, you are facilitating conversations, negotiations, discussions, debates, opportunities to learn, to grow, to be exposed to more ideas, to find out and be inspired by new truths. But this is basically managing the process of greater illumination, greater light, clarity being shown about who you are as an authority, as a master of facilitation, a master of negotiating ideas and allowing people to speak, allowing everyone to engage in a productive way. This is what you value. In the seventh house of your relationships, we have the Judgment card. This is not a surprise to me, as this is your natural place of strength, relationships, the other, equity, harmony, balance. You have an opportunity to pursue something that is calls you, that is part of your purpose or mission. You may have had this opportunity in the past and it didn't come to fruition, but in part, your awareness wasn't there. Your consciousness had not progressively developed to where you understood that you could lead or pioneer a growth to maximizing this opportunity for being successful at something that you find important, an important contribution to the community, to the world, to your world. This is can be based on it is based on your gifts and talents, but it can be based on as well an experience or a relationship you had in the past that is coming around full circle, and you now recognize that you have the skills to make this a success. It has everything to do with joining together with people so that you can collectively work on something larger than yourselves. This is about being of service, and having a greater impact on the world, a greater influence on the way that we socially organize ourselves to make our services, our bounty available to all its members. If this reading is resonating for you, Libra, please like this video, share this with others, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the Peace card. I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. It's interesting in your desire to move on, to you gain the courage to take a significant step forward towards something that is important to you. And that is not only about the service you provide in which you harmonize the energies, but it's also about creating an environment of peace rather than conflict, so that conflict is managed in a way that is productive. Conflict always exists, but it's how we manage it, and you have some mastery about the way that that is negotiated, the way that this becomes a dialogue, a discussion, even a discourse that leads to a measure of acceptance of peace. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Cups in the first house, describing your desire for meaning in your life with the Nine of Swords. You have come to this expression of love, this foundation in your heart's desires through a lot of suffering, a lot of pain. And for you in particular, I do feel that this can also be relevant to the kind of work you do. In other words, serving others who have suffered some kind of violence, oppression, exploitation, abuse. So your exposure to that, your personal engagement with that can already be uh, at uh, at an elevated level for many people. But you've also experienced this. It's one of the reasons that makes you such a wonderful facilitator of healing, of service to individuals who've experienced this level of pain. And that healing comes out of your understanding that uh, that this is about the fears and experiences of others. This is about power being met on those that are less powerful. And once you tap into your particular power, then this becomes a way to heal this, to reestablish your value. You're not insignificant. You're not worthy of being squelched or oppressed or limited, but you are of value, and that sense of value is what gives you the willingness and ability to heal these experiences. There's no magic bullet here, but you understand the process and steps in order to serve others. That same process you're learning to apply for you in your own life. In the fourth house, the King of Swords is clarified by the King of Wands. So we have two kings at your foundation as part of your roots. These can be ancestors. These can be mentors, role models, authority figures, teachers in your life, people who have helped you learn the skills that you've learned. These are also aspects of yourself. So not only are you clear that your thoughts help you to create your reality, but that you have the confidence, the courage, the bravery and the inspiration to motivate yourself towards the things that you desire. And because of your inspiration, you inspire others, you motivate others. There's things here about you stepping up to a role of leadership. And I almost feel like it's kind of like an accidental leader here, sort of like an accidental tourist. You are leading by virtue of your idea and your faith in your ability to heal yourself. And that is making your service more productive and more efficient. And that's what inspires others, the connection between personal development and the way that you improve the world, your working conditions, is inspiring those who work with and around you. The Judgment card in the seventh house is clarified by the Six of Pentacles again. So this again puts you squarely in a connection with what feels like a soul bond, feels like a business partner or a team that is helping you to maximize and build on the sense of mission and purpose that you have, perhaps joining together to um, elevate the quality of service or products that you create so that they are more efficient and have a broader reach and a larger impact on others. But this also has to do with all of your individual relationships, your intimate relationships, the way that you balance those out and make sure that you're not always the one who is providing the help, that you allow yourself to be helped, to be recognized for the help and service that you bring. So, this is again about claiming what you desire, saying what you want. As simple as this sounds, it is not easy in a world where we are groomed to want certain things because those are the things we're supposed to want, we're supposed to do, we're supposed to be. Social media inundates us with who we should be, how we should look, what we should want, what we must achieve. And I do feel there's some energy here of you pulling back from that, consciously pulling back from that, and really allowing yourself to reside in your own space, in your own heart, to identify what it is you want and to make sure that all of your exchanges support that to the extent that you can agree to that. In the 10th house, the Six of Swords is clarified by the Ten of Swords. This is you releasing a whole lot of conditioning, a whole lot of conditioning. I'm even wondering if some of you have been in places in the world that are literally war-torn, having come from a place or working in places in the world that have experienced extreme catastrophe, famine, lack, or war, violence, because there's a whole way in which you are separating yourself or the victims of violence from their environment of violence so that you can begin to undo the damage that has been done literally. I almost see some of you moving to places or going to places where there has been extreme uh, catastrophe or some sense of urgency around ecological uh, uh, disasters, where you are intent on doing the work uh, to ease the suffering in some way, to fix the environment, to clear away the damage. That's what I'm really feeling. You're clearing away the damage. Perhaps you're uncovering some kind of abuse or some kind of exploitation in a way that takes so much love. My goodness, I am sure that each of you that is in an environment that is particularly stressed are doing all that you can to heal yourself. You are a being of love, and you're really bringing that superpower into the world in an extraordinary way. I urge you to keep yourself protected. I'm going to end your reading and hope that this has been insightful. Until next time, Libra, namaste.